It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Pennsbury High School as we get you ready for high school softball on the WBCB Sports Network. This is the McCaffrey's Game of the Day, and it's brought to you by McCaffrey's Food Markets, exceptional every day. Thanks also to St. Mary Medical Center, to the Bucks County Water and Sewer Authority, the BCWSA, DiLorenzo's Pizza on New Falls Road, the Berg Pizza just down the street from Pennsbury High School, thanks to BAI Security Systems and Jammer Doors and Windows, all on hand to make today's game possible on WBCB as the Falcons host the Tigers of Truman. And for Pennsbury, looking to go back-to-back, a big win yesterday over league foe Neshaminy, and it's another Suburban 1 League clash today with the Truman Tigers. The Tigers counting on pitcher Jess Adams, a senior power pitcher, and their battery providing some of the senior leadership for this Tigers team. Not only do you have Adams in the circle, but Ava Kilner behind the plate. And Kilner, a good all-around player, and Truman counting on those two and other contributors to help build off of some minor successes that they had last year. Truman going 7-12 overall last season and went 5-11 in SOL play. They're led by Rick Palmer in his 4th season as head coach of the Tigers. And so that's how Truman is looking. They had a slugfest with Villa Joseph Marie. It was a 12-11 loss for Truman, and then ran into some trouble against North Penn. One of the issues there was that they ran into too many free passes, a lot of walks given up in that game. So one of the keys for Adams today is that she pounds the strike zone against this tough Pennsbury lineup. And you look at the Pennsbury lineup, came up big time yesterday, Gus, with a 4-3 win over Neshaminy, and we were remarking before the game, you know, how much there was to that contest. Great plays, some drama towards the end. Looked like Neshaminy was going to tie it up in the 7th, unable to do so as Freeband kind of bearing down in the circle, and she got a ton of help from her defense yesterday. They played great behind her.
Yeah, just what a way to start the season off with us at WBCB, to have a game like that. And like you said, it had everything. You had hits, you had defensive plays, you had some great pitching.
A home run.
You had a dinger. Love some dingers, you know what I mean?
Our DiLorenzo's dinger.
DiLorenzo's dinger, you know? We got to start something like that. But yeah, just an eventful game yesterday, and it looked like Pennsbury was going to start to take away with that a little bit, and then Neshaminy starting to fight back. The classic Pennsbury-Neshaminy back and forth. And like you said, Neshaminy looked like they were going to tie it and maybe even take the lead at the end, but big defensive plays and big pitching was able to get a big W from Pennsbury. I said big a lot there because it was a big win.
Pennsbury doing big things yesterday against Neshaminy as we get this one underway. The Tiger lineup today. Leading off for them in the batter's box now, Erin McLaren in the leadoff spot, and also playing shortstop for Coach Palmer. She'll be followed by Caitlin Earhart and Emily Davis as she pops that one into play, and it drifts just a little bit foul, just a couple of feet foul on that first base line. For the Tigers, again, McLaren leading off, Caitlin Earhart batting second, Emily Davis in the 3 spot. You got pitcher Jess Adams in the cleanup role with Jillian Saperstein batting 5th, Jada Hempel batting 6th today. Caitlin Smith is in the 7 spot. That one's upstairs. A 1-1 count here to McLaren, leadoff batter for Truman, first batter up today. And Lavertu batting 8th for the Tigers today. Ava Kilner, their senior catcher, rounding out the lineup in the 9 spot. The 1-1, a little bit inside. Our blue crew today, behind home plate, you got George Brim calling the balls and strikes. And on the bases, Bill Hughes out there for us. 2-1 delivery. And Laney Freeband gets McLaren to swing through that one. 2-2 count. Freeband with a solid outing yesterday in the Neshaminy game. Struck out just one, but only gave up 3 runs through 7 innings. That ball put into play, gobbled up by Storlazzi, and her throw in time. First out of the day, a ground out to second, and brings up Caitlin Earhart. She goes by the nickname Smiles.
Smiles, I like it.
So
Something
you know
unique.
She's bringing the good vibes, although as she looks towards the Pennsbury dugout, she's not flashing that smile right now.
Got a little trouble going with the on-deck spot here.
Yeah, just trying to make sure everybody is safe and able to warm up. For Truman, one of the things that was a problem in that 12-11 loss to Villa Joseph Marie, they ran into some what assistant coach Ricky Palmer called young team mistakes and errors. And that's something that they are just looking to shore up and
yeah, and that
correct.
happens to every team that has little experience or has a younger team like this Truman team. You're going to have those little things that you just got to clean up, but as long as most of it's encouraging, you like to see that.
The 1-0 pitch down low from Freeband. Pennsbury defensively today looking a little bit differently. Still, they got Evan Chick at first, Storlazzi at second. Today, Liv Zerniak is playing shortstop instead of Hannah DeFinis, who played there yesterday, and it's DeFinis behind the plate today, catching Freeband.
Yeah, and if she plays catcher like she played shortstop yesterday, they're going to have a great time back there because she played excellent shortstop. Really one of the solidifying defensive stars out there besides the center fielder, Askley.
Definitely a couple of hot shots sent her way.
Oh, that's smoked.
That one sent out to center field. Back to grab it is Taylor Askey. Makes the catch. Taylor Askey was our DiLorenzo's player of the game. Was busy in center field defensively. Also hit a 2-run, 2-out homer.
A bomb of a hit. You could tell right off the bat when she hit that was going to go a long way. Just didn't know if it was going to go out or not.
At third base for Pennsbury, Sam Robb. You got Foot in left, Askey in center. And out in right field, their flex player, Bella Morales. Up high to Emily Davis. Bats with nobody on. 2 down in the top of the first. So far, a fly out and a ground out. And Laney Freeband kind of pitches to contact. I mean, not a big strikeout. At least we didn't see that yesterday in the Neshaminy game. But when you have a good defense behind you, yeah, that's a strategy that can work.
Yeah, it's a pitcher's best friend, especially a pitcher that gets contact.
Ground ball that time, though, it finds a hole on the right side. The throw comes in from right field. Morales tries to get her at first, but Emily Davis with the base hit. So with 2 down, Davis at first. And here is pitcher Jess Adams.
Yeah, you saw that a lot yesterday with Freiband, too, that when she did get hit against that Neshaminy team, it was hard hits. And so far, 2 balls that were pretty hard hit by Neshaminy, or by Truman, excuse me.
Adams not only powerful in the circle, but a powerful bat at the plate for Truman. Takes strike 1.
Oh, I like this umpire. We can hear his balls and strikes. We could not hear it yesterday.
And that was close. That was right on the borderline. A good pitch
from
Freeband.
And that's going to show you what maybe this umpire's zone is going to go going forward, that he's maybe going to give the pitcher those calls.
The 0-1 fouled off.
You saw a lot of calls last night that were going in the favor of the hitter sometimes. Now it looks like maybe it can go in the favor of Freiband, the pitcher.
Today a little bit cooler than yesterday. We had temperatures getting up close to the 60s. Today, 1490 forecast, swing and a miss at the plate. And that's out number 3 as Jess Adams strikes out swinging. And so they get one aboard with a base hit, but no runs, just the one hit, and the Truman Tigers leave that runner on base in the top of the first. No score thus far. Pennsbury coming to bat as we go to the bottom of the first in the McCaffrey's Game of the Day. And today's game brought to you by McCaffrey's Food Markets. Exceptional every day in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center, 635 Heacock Road in Yardley, and the villages of Newtown, 2890 South Eagle Road. And spring is here, and it's time to view the world through Jammer Doors and Windows, a family-owned and operated local business since Babe Ruth started playing for the Yankees back in 1920. And today, Jammer continues to swat home run sales, service, and installation of garage doors and openers, entry doors, patio doors, storm doors, and windows. Jammer Doors. They feature Raynor garage doors, steel or aluminum, Raynor crafted for dependable, long-lasting service and durability. Jammer Doors and Windows, they do their own work and installation using no subcontractors. Avoid the big box stores and save with Jammer Doors and Windows. Visit their showroom at 2850 Brunswick Pike on Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville, and their Yardley showroom open by appointment. Call 215-493-7709. That's 215-493-7709. Jess Adams in the circle, getting warmed up and ready to go for the Truman Tigers. For Pennsbury today, it's freshman Liv Zerniak leading it off. She'll be followed by Storlazzi and Sam Robb in the bottom of the first. Batting cleanup today, pitcher Laney Freeband, Taylor Askey in center field batting fifth, Hannah DeFinis batting seventh with Evan Schick, Hannah DeFinis batting sixth, Evan Schick seventh, Naya Schubel batting eighth, and Presley Foote batting in the ninth spot, with Bella Morales today playing right field and the flex player for the Falcons. Down low and in to Zerniak for ball one. And for Adams, a 100% power pitcher. Counting on her to really pound the strike zone today. But her first two pitches can't find the zone quite yet. 2-0 count to Zerniak. Ball three upstairs.
Good strategy so far by Pennsbury. Just waiting to take the pitches that you can get.
Yeah, that's one of the points we made yesterday, Mackay, that Falcons with a 4-pitch walk to Zerniak to start the game. We made the point that they're a team that is going to count on good decision-making at the plate, making sure to move the rally along, not try to do too much.
Yeah, and that was why they were so successful last year. They did a great job of just letting the pitches come to them, not rushing anything. And so far, they're off to a good start.
At bat now, Storlazzi shows bunt. The runner goes, and the throw not in time. A stolen base for Liv Zerniak. So Falcons off and running. Zerniak in scoring position with nobody out. Storlazzi again shows bunt. This time she'll dribble it foul.
I wonder why you make her bunt after that big dinger yesterday. But I know, it's under strategy. I just want to see another dinger, you know what I mean, Chris?
The 0-2 doesn't miss by much, but it just outside the strike zone.
Yeah, it might have been a little high, too, it looked like.
So a 1-2 count. Here to Storlazzi. Bounces that one our way. Off the fence, foul.
Don't worry, Chris. I would have caught it for us.
Mackay is going to protect us.
Yeah, would have got me first.
He's the first one in the line of fire. Again, varsity action in front of us. JV softball behind us. High school baseball also here today on campus. A lot of action at Pennsbury, and it's great to be a part of it. Again, a great game yesterday. Falcons beating the Skins 4-3. And it came right down to the final outs before they could secure that win. Adams now with a 2-2. Ground ball up the line, down third, and safe at first as Storlazzi beats the throw. Well played by Levertu at third base. Picked it cleanly, but Storlazzi with the wheels.
Yeah, just busting it out the box there. Obviously, as a lefty, you get a little bit of a better out of the box to first. But yeah, she was just hustling it down there. She was trying to get that single, and she did. Now you got a great position for Pennsbury. First and third, no outs.
Yeah, good awareness there by Zerniak as well to get to third base. So the corners for Pennsbury, and now Sam Robb, who starts this at-bat in the left-hand batter's box, shows bunt, pulls it back, and Storlazzi streaks
And
up
if she
to
does,
second base.
she does what she does yesterday, she's going to go in the right-hander's box now. That's
Yeah, you
my,
should-
that's my call.
That was what we saw yesterday in the Neshaminy game. She steps right across the plate
Yeah.
when the
got
situation
me
calls
all
for it.
confused, man. Yep, there
Yeah,
she
it looks
goes.
like
Told you.
That's what's going to happen. Yep. A little
I got
switch
to play the
action.
lottery today.
So Storlazzi and Zerniak in scoring position. Robb takes a strike right at the knees. That's what they're looking for from Adams. Pound that zone. That was a good spot. If you can keep it down in the zone too, that's even better.
Yeah, if she catches one of those high fastballs, that could go a long way.
The 1-1 up at eye level. Robb with free band on deck. Rips this one to shortstop. The play there, McLaren to first base to get Sam Robb.
Oh, she dropped the ball, though.
Oh, didn't even see that. Good catch, Gus.
Dropped the ball, and she's going to be safe.
Oh, the throw was there, but
It was a beautiful throw.
the connection not
Oh,
made.
that's the worst.
So 1-0 now Pennsbury. Zerniak coming in to score on that ground ball. Storlazzi moves to third. Robb at first now. The corners, and that one hit her.
Yeah, we've got another stolen base.
Free band hit by the pitch. Yeah, they were moving Robb up to second,
Yeah.
but she gets there with.
Yeah, and as a former first baseman, that's the worst feeling. You got a bang play, and you just can't field the catch. It's a nice throw too. It's just the worst feeling.
That loads them up for Pennsbury. Kilner comes out from behind the plate to flash some signals to the Truman defense. Truman defensively, Saperstein at first, Smith at second, McLaren at shortstop, Levertu playing third base with Emily Davis out in left, Earhart in center, and Hempel in right field today for Truman. And up to bat now, Taylor Askey had our DiLorenzo's dinger yesterday, a 2-run shot in the first inning. With 2 down, she drove in herself and Lainey Freeban out at first base as Askey takes down low. Falcons up 1-0 with a chance to blow this thing wide open here in the bottom of the first inning. Still nobody out yet. Ball 2. You know, Pennsbury mentioned to me yesterday that they had not gotten as much work preseason as they would like to. That's in there for a strike. Haven't gotten as many reps because of rain, field conditions, all that stuff. Well, how about the Truman Tigers? They have not been able to hit against live pitching because they're still working on their backstop and some of the facilities at Truman. And so that's something that you can only see in a game or in practice. And if you're not getting practice, it makes the game, these early games, a lot tougher.
It's going to be a rough one in that, because that's one of the key things to try to get into the rhythm of hitting is you got to see live hitting, and to not be able to see live pitching or anything like that, it's going to be a rough start of the season.
3-1, swing and a miss.
Ball 4 right there.
And it looked like Askey, she was looking for something to drive.
She wanted to hit another dinger.
Had a good count right there. Now it's run full. The payoff pitch. Foul tipped it. Meanwhile, we got Phillies opening day today. Phillies back on BCB.
It's going to be a fun year, Chris.
Part of the Phillies radio network, 1490 AM and 107.3 FM.
Year one of many years of Trey Turner.
The 3-2, just a little bit wide, ball 4. And Adams walks in a run. Her second walk in the first. So that puts Askey at first base, moves Freeband to second. Sam Robb now at third base, and Ava Storlazzi crosses the plate. She scores to make it 2-0 Falcons in the McCaffrey's game of the day. And now up, junior Hannah DeFinis takes ball 1.
Truman still looking for their first out in this ball game.
And still hoping that they can get Adams to start to more consistently find that strike zone.
Yeah. Because it certainly seems like that's what Pennsbury's approach is right now. Just let her keep throwing until she, consistently gets in the strike zone.
Yeah, she's walked 2, hit a batter, and then had an out that looked like it was recorded, but it popped out of the glove of the first baseman over there. It's a hitter's count for DeFinis, 2 balls and a strike to the junior. Pitch comes in a bit high and away. So this is where maybe you're looking for a certain part of the plate. If you see a ball you can drive, you can really put a good swing on it. That one a good pitch from Adams. Gets back to that full count.
Yeah, it's a good take, though, because obviously as a batter with that high pitch, maybe some batters don't like it, and obviously it wasn't her pitch, so.
Hard to catch up with that when it's a little bit up in the zone.
What's the best you can do is maybe pop it up and just get an out, so might as well better take it as a strike.
The payoff pitch, that is outside. And another one walked in. Hannah DeFinis to first. Askey moves up to second. Freeband to third. And Sam Robb crosses the plate, makes it 3-0 Pennsbury. And the trouble continues as Evan Chick up to bat, still nobody out. And still loaded bases for Pennsbury. Adams pours that one right in the strike zone.
Pop of the mitt.
Ready to go again. And that's fouled back by Evan Chick.
So good thing so far right here is you're 0-2. You got a good count right here for the Truman Tigers.
Yeah, really good start to this batter for Adams. In the zone for those first two. And before the next pitch, Kilner comes out, talk things over a little bit. Yeah, so I was in southern Florida over the weekend, and yesterday, today, the weather is pretty much just like it is there, except it's 30 degrees colder here. Today, I think it's even 40 degrees colder.
Yeah, it's a chilly one today. Yesterday wasn't that bad, but then the wind gust started picking up. But, oh, Florida sounds so good.
It was great. We got wonderful weather. And then we get to come back. That Neshaminy-Pennsbury game
Oh, what a way to come back.
was supposed to be Tuesday, and that was not a great day.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Mackay, you were unable to make the Wednesday game because of the schedule change, but it was a little drier, a little sunnier. That's lined foul down the third baseline.
At least it was a little drier. That's all I could ask for.
And then the game itself, as you were talking in our Trentonian pregame show, it lived
Electric.
up to the rivalry and the hype, and
absolutely
a good game too. Sometimes these early season games, you don't see great defense. The fielding isn't there. Everything was.
You saw it all.
there.
Yeah, you saw the defense, you saw the offense, you saw the pitching, you saw the base running. You saw it all. And that's a great way to start if you're Pennsbury, because that's a kind of a momentum starter for this season, you know? What a way to start this great season.
Yeah, Ben Goldstein was with us yesterday and conducted our post-game interview as that one comes in and is fouled back to the JV field. Look out over there.
Oh, almost taken out.
And asked our player of the game, Taylor Askey, about the tone that was set in the win over Neshaminy. And she, I don't know, I'm kind of paraphrasing. She said, yeah, that's a big tone. That's that's exactly what we wanted to do. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball went off of the batter, foul just in front of the plate.
Ben does a great job. I'm taking a star off, though, of his performance because he doesn't come today because I know he's watching the Phillies. Don't we all wish we're watching the Phillies? But we got a great game here.
And the Phillies, what with a 4:05 first pitch?
Yeah, it'll be like 4:20.
Line drive out to left field. That'll drive in a run and move everybody up a bag. RBI base hit for Anna Evanchik. And the party continues for the Pennsbury Falcons in the bottom of the first. It's now 4-1. Bases still loaded, still nobody out. And now stepping up to bat is Naya Schubel. And there, Jess Adams kind of jumped out in front of Evanchik. Seemed like she had the advantage, but Evanchik getting bat on ball, fouled a few off. Keeps the rally going. One-0 count to Schubel. Rips it right up the middle, out to center field. That'll score 2 and put runners at first and third. An RBI, a 2-run single for Naya Schubel. And that makes it 6-0 as Askey scores to finish in. And now you got Evanchik at third and Schubel at first.
Yeah, Pennsbury smacking the cover off the ball right now.
At the plate, Presley Foote takes ball 1. One of the moments in that game against Neshaminy was Presley Foote's play in left field. We talked a little bit, we really talked more after the game about it, how significant it was as that one comes in, maybe a tad inside as well. 2-0 count to Foote.
No, I think he called that a strike. Yeah, he called that a strike.
So 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, Neshaminy tried to advance a batter from first to third, and actually the batter ran through a stop sign.
Yeah, and that was a big shift because, like we said, that could have made it 2 men on, 1 out in that game. Could have been a very probably taking the lead if you're Neshaminy, but instead you get 2 outs, 1 man on, and that man's at first. And then I think pretty sure the next batter got out.
The 1-2 ground ball gobbled up by Caitlin Smith at second. She'll throw to get Presley Foote, but Foote drives in another Pennsbury run as Anna Evanchik crosses the plate from third to make it 7-0. And Naya Schubel now moves up to second base. So 1 down, Schubel at second. And we go back to the top of the lineup. Here's Liv Zerniak. Yeah, but even though that was kind of a risky, and you look back at it, not an advisable base running move by Neshaminy, it still required a good throw from Presley Foote to get that one in. You mentioned, she went right past the cutoff. Ground ball, base hit, up the middle, and they're gonna send the runner. Naya Schubel crosses the plate. The ball gets away from the Tigers, and moving up is Zerniak. And that makes it 8-0 Pennsbury. Zerniak now with a walk and an RBI base hit.
This is a tough outing right now if you're the Tigers. This is not going where you want it to go. Just got the 1 out.
And this is what Pennsbury did against Egan last week. The Neshaminy game ended up being real close, but they put Egan in the rearview mirror in the first inning of that game. They were up 6-0. Similar story here, 8 up on the scoreboard right now, and feels like we might not be done there. With just 1 down and 1 in scoring position. And the heart of this Falcon lineup back up at the plate. Storlazzi takes a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Storlazzi, who's got a base hit, runs scored, stolen base. Takes up high.
Had a little count confusion there.
That's in there for a strike. 2-2 count now to Storlazzi. We mentioned Coach McSherry and his legendary status as the head of this Pennsbury program. Well, he stays busy in that third base coach's box, and that one's hit right towards you, Gus. That
oh, my Lanta, my heart sank. I thought I was going to die.
It's going to take out your shins.
Whew. I reacted more than Mackay did, and Mackay was coming right for him more than me. Whew. And I played baseball, too. That's embarrassing.
Well, that's the kind of thing. Also, if you're coaching in that third base coach's box.
Always got to be aware.
You got to be ready. Swing and a miss. Storlazzi strikes out. And there's 2 down in the first. Brings up Sam Robb. Robb hit it well, but right to McLaren at shortstop. And it looked like she was going to be recorded out, but the ball popped out of Saperstein's glove.
And who knows if that out was made, how this inning could have unfolded, because that was the start of the trickle effect for this Pennsbury offense.
That miscue, and also Adams, took her a while to find the strike zone. Feels like she's doing a little bit better with her control right now, but she gave up 2 walks and hit one of the Pennsbury batters.
Yeah.
That certainly helped that rally.
Yeah, and one of the famous sayings I was always told, you can't give the team extra outs because it's going to bite you in the butt. And you saw it there. Truman was giving Pennsbury a couple extra outs, and Pennsbury was taking advantage of it.
Adams looked like a little off-speed pitch there. 2-1 now to Robb. That's up. And she's got a good hitter's count. Can maybe pick one out. She ripped a couple yesterday in that Neshaminy game out to left field. The 3-1, that's to left, and just foul.
Just foul.
I don't know about that. I saw white pop up.
Wow, that was close.
I
And,
saw white. I'm saying that's a fair ball. I saw white.
I mean, McSherry's got a good view of it. He didn't. He's not complaining
I'm
at all.
complaining, though. I'm complaining for him.
Well, she's got the ability to really rip that ball and be a batter. You might want to like use that a shift again.
Yeah.
She's got that kind of a swing. That one on the ground to third. The throw is low, but there. And Saperstein holds on for out number 3. So Sam Robb grounds out. And Truman finally sets down the Pennsbury Falcons, but not before they score 8 runs. And the Falcons getting those 8 runs on 1, 2, 3. I think they got 4 hits. They were helped out by some walks, by a batter who was hit by a pitch. And we go to the second. We're through 1. Falcons on top, 8-0 in high school softball. We'll step aside and return in just a moment on WBCB.
It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCB. With a smarter process for faster recovery, earning prestigious awards for quality and value. A rapid recovery program has you walking just hours after surgery. And breakthrough advances, such as custom-fit joints, position you for a longer pain-free life. 215-710-5888. St. Mary Orthopedics. It's your health. Expect more.
Big bottom of the first for the Pennsbury Falcons. They're in front 8-0 as we go to the second in the McCaffrey's game of the day. McCaffrey's Food Market's exceptional every day in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center, 635 Heacock Road in Yardley, and the villages of Newtown, 2890 South Eagle Road. For the Tigers, Saperstein steps into the batter's box. And we get the top of the second underway. And in there for a called strike to start Saperstein's at-bat. So if they're sticking to that 4:05 first pitch schedule, the Phillies just getting back underway. Opening day in Major League Baseball, back with spring sports on WBCB. Got a bunch of jersey action coming your way. For some reason in football and in softball and spring athletics, I think in the winter too, Jersey, they always seem to start a week after Pennsylvania does.
Yeah, it's always weird with their schedule and how they do it, but it always seems to be a week after, yeah.
Fouled off there by Saperstein. That was jammed her inside. So we got to wait a bit till we get to our Mercer County action with the Irish and Steinert. Hamilton Township Schools. The 1-2 from Freeband. Down low, and it's a 2-2 count. Freeband winds, fires. That was close, but no cigar. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
No cigar.
Payoff pitch, called, third strike, gets her looking.
Yeah, just froze her. She left looking where the ball was. Might have had a little bit of disagreement in her head, but, you know, umpire saw one way, she saw it another.
And the umpire's opinion, the only one that counts. A called third strike, 1 away, brings Jada Hempel, the right fielder, to bat. strike one from Freeband. A swinging strike, and she falls behind. Freeband seems like she has gotten into a groove, feeling comfortable, and strikes out back-to-back batters as Hempel goes down swinging. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Caitlin Smith at the plate.
Got some heat to her, Freiband does.
Yeah, and it almost seems like she's delivering a steady diet of those fastballs now.
Yeah.
The 0-1. Just a bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah,
to Smith.
And I know that was called the ball, but you know, if you got your heater working, you might as well keep throwing it, especially the way she's just pounding the strike zone.
The 1-1. I mean, that seems like consistently today, George Brim has been calling the low strike. That would.
Yeah.
1-2. That one too low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 down in the second. And number 2 up at the plate. She takes that one. And the count runs full. Freeband gets her pitch and misses to walk her first batter of the day. Smith with the free pass. She's at first base for Gabriella Lavertu.
Yeah, try to work that last pitch low. Oh, well, I wonder if it was just a bit inside. I wonder if that's why he didn't call it a strike. Because like you said, Chris, he seems to be favoring the low pitches today.
Freeband gets her to swing at that one up in the zone. Lavertu looking to make a name for herself as a young player here in the SOL this season. Sophomore awaits the 0-1, fouls it back, out of play. Freeband has done a pretty good job of getting in front of hitters in the second inning. Now you got to finish the job here and got an opportunity maybe to strike out the side. Down low, a ball, 2 strikes. Lavertu with Kilner on deck for Truman. Freeband's 1-2. Misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Truman, a hungry team this season, but not getting the start to today's game they were looking for. Trying to change that at the plate, and it's fouled off.
Right towards us. I couldn't get it, though. There was a fence in the way.
We need to come up with one of these souvenirs. So again, we got the deuces. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. And Freeband fires that one in there.
Oh.
Just a little low.
Hoo-wee.
I mean, tough for us to judge balls and strikes from this angle, and I'm guessing that could have been also inside a little bit off the plate.
Yeah.
3-2. Popped up, foul, and goes off of the fence. Good effort over there. Evan Chick came streaking in towards the Truman dugout, but really didn't have a play. So we'll do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And it's up high, ball 4. Back-to-back walks. Puts runners at first and second for the Truman Tigers and brings up Ava Kilner.
Having a little chit-chat at the mound right here. Got to walk 2 batters like you just said, Chris.
Kilner, one of the captains of this Truman team, got a full season of varsity action already and is hoping to be one of the leaders of this Tigers group. I mean, this really could be a statement inning for them if they can start to get a little 2-out action going.
Yeah, we saw it yesterday when the Chamonix, they had a little 2-out rally going and stuff like that. All it takes is one. All it takes is one hit to get it going.
In there for a strike to Kilner. And you're not going to get all 8 runs back in one swing of the bat. So chip away, start to do it early. Meanwhile, for Freeband, she's looking for that shutdown inning. The 0-1. Grounded foul. And again, Freeband in front of another Truman Tiger hitter, but this is when it's gotten a little trickier for her.
Yeah, you saw it yesterday. She would get ahead of counts and then just start to slowly lose it. And it's like you want to see her miss maybe 1 or 2, but then she starts missing a couple in a row and stuff like that.
Here she's ready with the 0-2. Here it comes. Up and in.
Like an 0-2 count, you see it a lot. It's a miss because you're trying to get in the chase or some things. But then they'll start working at 2-2 and 3-2, and it's like, all right, you got to start focusing back in here.
And this is certainly a batter that, again, has that varsity experience. Got to be a little careful with the 1-2 is up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. After Kilner to the top of the lineup for Truman for Erin McLaren. The 2-2. Sent out just a bit foul to left field.
Ooh. Very, very close. Very, very close.
Foul by about half a foot. So there you can see what Kilner could do. If that one was fair, could have been the first run of the day for Truman. Here it goes off the end of the bat, dribbles out to Freeband, and she's got an easy throw to first to force out Kilner. So she grounds out 1-3 for out number 3 in the top of the second. So after threatening, the Tigers had 2 runners on base, but they end up with no runs. They got no hits in the inning, both of those runners on board due to walk, and they leave those 2 runners on base. We go to the bottom of the second. Pennsbury 8-0 over the Truman Tigers. Today's game brought to you by DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza, 8919 New Falls Road in Levittown, owned and operated by third-generation family member Tyler DiLorenzo. Tyler uses the same recipes his great-grandparents did back in the 1940s in Trenton's famous Chambersburg section. Try the only original Trenton tomato pie or other gourmet pizzas at DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza. Their mustard pie, great soups, fresh salads, hot sandwiches, all served in a safe, clean environment. Eat in or take out. Call 215-943-2605. That's 215-943-2605. DiLorenzo's, The Berg Pizza. They also do catering, and they're in the Vermilion Square just down the street from Pennsbury High School, 8919 New Falls Road. give them a call. They'll have the order ready for you, 215-943-2605, and they will pass along a gift certificate to our player of the game. Falcons with a big first inning. I got to adjust my book here. Now my second inning is still my first inning. My third inning
I hate when that happens.
is my second inning.
Yep.
And for the Falcons, their cleanup batter leads off the bottom of the second, Laney Freeband. Freeband was hit by a pitch and came around to score one of the Falcons' 8 runs in that big bottom of the first. Down low from Jess Adams. Yeah, we mentioned yesterday, pitch counts don't become that significant in high school softball. Certainly, they don't have the significance that they do in Babe Ruth baseball or high school baseball.
Because the motion in softball is just so natural, it doesn't really have a strain on the arm. So you could just throw it all day for 7 days straight and not really feel it.
At the same time, we mentioned yesterday, after a while, you labor in the circle.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're exerting yourself.
Just because there's not a strain on your arm doesn't mean that you're not getting tired and the endurance and stuff like that, and just the constant whipping motion isn't like getting to you. It can get to you.
The 2-1 from Adams down low, and I bring it up because Jess Adams, she threw a lot of pitches in that first inning.
And it's not just the arm. You got to use a lot of your lower body to push off of the mound.
Here a hitter's count for Freeband. Takes high, and she's got a free pass to first. So same start to the second as was the case in the first. Jess Adams loses the first batter that she sees with a walk. And for Pennsbury, got a
pinch runner.
A runner for the pitcher.
Courtesy runner, I should say.
As Taylor Askey.
Those are always my favorite when I played catcher. If I got on base, I didn't have to run.
Foul ball. You snapped a picture of that roster?
Oh, yeah.
Taylor Askey with a walk and a run scored. Grounds that one to first base. Well played by Saperstein, who takes it to the bag to get Askey and then tries to throw, see if Freeband gets off second, but she stays at second base, so Freeband moves up. And excuse me, that is Mahoney over there running for Freeband. And now at the plate is DeFinis. And that ball got away from the catcher. Moving up to third base is Mahoney. And I wasn't sure if that one was fouled off or what. DeFinis went running down to first base. Confused me. Oh, she said she got hit in the foot. So she thought she was hit by the pitch. Home plate umpire didn't see it that way, and so she's back into the box.
Well, even if she didn't get hit, there's a runner on third now, right there for scoring.
Healthy cut by DeFinis. Swings through that one up in the zone. You mentioned those balls up in the zone, hard to catch up with, and after that swing, Coach McSherry saying, stay off that one. The 1-1. Popped up, a play just in front of us as Lavertu.
Yeah, on that one, I wasn't sure where that was going. Thought it was heading towards us.
So Hannah DeFinis pops out to third and brings Anna Evanchik up to the bat. Evanchik ripped the base hit, drove in a run her first time up. Swing and a miss. Nice offering there by Jess Adams. Low and away, but one too close to take. The 0-1 may be a bit high. Up at the letters to Evanchik. Yeah, the first 8 batters for the Falcons all scored in that bottom of the first. And Pennsbury in front 8-0 is strike 2 to Evanchik. Another nice one from Adams. As she continues to battle in the circle for Truman. Her 2-2. Strikes her out. And they got to throw down to complete the strikeout, but Evanchik goes down, and the Pennsbury Falcons are turned away in the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits. They leave one runner on base, and after 2 complete, it's an 8-0 game in favor of the Pennsbury Falcons. High school softball. And McCaffrey's game of the day on WBCB.
Former Philly Tommy Green, and here's the pitch. It's time to fill up your pool. BCWSA offers easy and cost-effective bulk water delivery throughout Bucks County for $180. They will deliver 5,500 gallons of clean water right to your pool. It's a faster way to fill your pool, and you won't have the increased sewer bill by filling it yourself. And if you're on well water, you won't need to worry about the well drying up. Call BCWSA today at 800-222-2068, extension 113, and schedule water delivery, or visit bcwsa.net.
Welcome back to Pennsbury High School. Falcons on top of the Truman Tigers, 8-0, as we go to the top of the third. And for Truman, Erin McLaren, their leadoff batter, gets the lead off this third inning as well.
Tigers did a great job of not having Falcons score a run in that inning. And after giving up 8 in the first, you give away 0. You're doing something great.
As Freeband throws that one up there, it's sent out to right field and drifts out of play. Morales gave it a run. For McLaren, a freshman up there for Truman. He's looking to make an impact this year and for years to come to be a part of the growth of this Truman program. Again, mentioning this year, mentioned our Trentonian pregame activities, trying to build off of some gains they made last year. Ground ball gobbled up there by Zerniak, throws in time. 1 up, 1 down in the top of the third. Brings up Caitlin Earhart. Well, Falcons getting good defense no matter who they have at shortstop so far. Zerniak was behind the plate yesterday. She's at shortstop today, playing pretty well. Handled that one with no problem. DeFinis was out there yesterday, and she was really challenged by Neshaminy. Did a good job today.
Did a little flip-flop with the catcher shortstop. But those are 2 big defensive positions that you need great defensive players there. shortstop, catcher, you look at center field, that's a position, and they've had great success so far in one game out of all three defensive positions.
Yeah, to have that flexibility, too, where you can move them.
That's a big thing,
interchange
to
them.
switch the shortstop and catcher and just flip-flop them. That's big, and they're both pretty good at both positions.
Swing and a miss from Smiles up there.
Imagine, though, Jimmy Rollins, like, playing catcher, though, and, like, Chooch playing shortstop.
Yeah, I don't think that would work.
No. That's like me.
The
I'm a
0-2.
catcher, and I would not be a good shortstop.
A lot of those catchers, though, they were infielders at one point. I think, who was one of the guys? Like Manny Trio, I think, in Philly's history.
And it's
was
crazy
a
because I saw
catcher.
my cousin who played for this Pennsbury softball team. She was a catcher to start her career, and then she transitioned to do a second baseman.
A ball, 2 strikes to Earhart. Again, her nickname, Smiles, lives up to that nickname. With the positive vibes, good attitude for this team.
Need some good vibes.
You know, one of the keys, I think, to being a good player is to love the game. And
Oh, yeah.
Earhart loves the sport and hoping to be a table setter. Here, looking at a 2-2 pitch from Freeband, takes strike 3. Freeband, her second strikeout, catching the Tigers looking. It's her 4th strikeout overall today. And that brings to the plate left fielder Emily Davis. Davis with the only hit thus far for Truman. Takes up high. Davis, another one of the players for Truman that comes into this season with some good varsity experience. 1-0. Missed maybe just a bit outside. Been part of the varsity Tigers for the last 2 seasons. And spins out of the way of that. It's ball 3. And for Freeband, the only time she's allowed any base runners is when there's been 2 outs already in the inning. Here the 3-0 is down low, and again with 2 down, she gives up a walk.
And you see that sometimes in pitchers that they're very easy to get to either the first or even the first 2 outs. And it's just that last out or those last 2 outs they just can't quite get.
Brings up one of the more potent bats in this Tiger array. Pitcher Jess Adams again up to the plate. A strikeout victim her first time up. But if she can hit that spot, that's tough. Had good pace on it, Mackay, and down low in the zone.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a knee buckler right there. It was like right down at the knees. Hard pitch to place on right there if you're a batter.
The 0-1. That's called strike there. Little protest from Ricky Palmer, one of the assistant coaches for Truman. You got a point there. I think that was maybe a bit up.
Yeah, and if you're going to give anybody that call, you better give Truman that call.
The 0-2. Jammed her off the end of the bat. Storlazzi is there. She'll flip over to Evanchik for the force out. And that's out number 3. So Tigers set down in the top of the 3rd. No runs, no hits. They do leave a runner on base. Over these first few innings, Tigers have stranded 4. You got to credit Freeband with doing a nice job, even with runners on base for this team as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. McCaffrey's Game of the Day on WBCB. And big thanks to DiLorenzo's. Join us after the game for our DiLorenzo's Player of the Game. And we mentioned Jammer Doors and Windows, helping to bring you portions of today's game. Same for BAI Security. They're in Yardley, and they now offer medical alerts for seniors. You know, trip or fall, the same medical alerts you see advertised on TV, but they're now available from BAI Security and monitored locally 24/7 by BAI. BAI Security, they also offer fire extinguisher sales, maintenance, inspection for complete security, including wireless security systems, remote systems, fire alarm systems, carbon monoxide warning systems, and now medical alert bracelets. You can call BAI Security in Lower Bucks at 215-493-1414. Or check them out online. Visit bainow.com. That's bainow.com for BAI Security in Yardley. The medical alerts, the security systems, carbon monoxide warnings. I mean, those are important. My nephews, I guess it was years ago, had to get taken to the hospital because there was a carbon monoxide leak in the house that nobody knew about. And a lot of times people don't think about that important warning system. And bainow.com, the website to learn a little bit more about how they can help you stay safe. Schubel at the plate for Pennsbury.
Oh, smoked.
Grounds that one out to left field through the Tiger defense. The Falcons begin another inning with their leadoff batter aboard. First couple of times it was walks issued by Truman pitching. This time, solid shot there, good contact by Schubel. So she's at first, and up to bat now, Presley Foote. Takes up high, gets past Kilner. And Schubel moves up to second on the wild pitch. Presley Foote with a ground out her first time up. A little bit low and into her 2-0. That's a called strike. 2 balls and a strike after Presley Foote back to the top of the lineup. Liv Zerniak on deck. The JV game already wrapped up.
I was just gonna say, that was quick.
Check swing, but it's a called strike to Foote. So the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Adams delivers, and that's taken out to right field. A base hit, and the Falcons will send the runner, Schubel, around third, and she scores. And then the ball bobbled in the infield by the Tigers, and Presley Foote takes advantage. She goes from first to second. So that run now makes it 9-0. And the Falcons with another runner in scoring position, Mackay.
Yeah, I was just going to say the Truman Tigers are having a hard time trying to grasp the ball, it seems like. You know, going back to the first inning, could have had that first out, could have played it differently from the first inning aspect. And then, you know, just throughout the game, I feel like they just had a couple of mishaps just in the infield and even in the outfield.
Yeah, and Mackay Gus made a good point, too, that Falcons seem to be taking advantage of all of those little mistakes. You know, it's a team you can't afford to have a runner go from first to second. You know, that you credit Presley Foote with her awareness. But also you got to be a little bit sharper out there. You know, Truman, one of their goals that they had coming into this season was to have what they called a tighter and more energetic defense, and was talking with Ricky Palmer before the game and saying that's just like a kind of awareness that you have, a mindset you have. And it felt like they lost their focus in that situation a little bit.
Yeah.
1-0 at the plate to Zerniak. You actually have a pinch hitter up here. Thompson batting for Zerniak. So Zerniak already with a great day. She stays in the dugout for this at-bat. She's got a walk, an RBI, a run scored, a stolen base. And now Thompson up to bat for her. Healthy cut there, comes up empty. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And maybe that was picked up on our microphones here. You hear Coach Sherry saying, don't let him make the call, you make the call. And there,
she made the call.
Yeah, she decided to offer at that one. Good pitch by Adams. And
the coach never minds if you strike out, if you go down swinging. It's the ones you look at it, they're ones that they don't like. If you're battling, they can't complain,
Now at the plate, junior Ava Storlazzi. Storlazzi, base hit, stolen base, run scored, and then last time up, a strikeout victim. Bounces that one foul right towards the Pennsbury dugout. I'm feeling a little pressure. The whole JV team is looking over my shoulder.
I know. I was just thinking the same thing when I was describing and stuff and talking. I'm like, oh, God.
They're standing just behind us, rooting on the varsity team. And rooting on Ava Storlazzi. Hoping the Falcons can continue their march today. Started early with an 8-run bottom of the first. And Makai, you made a good point that, Truman, for them to come out, hold them scoreless in the second, speaks to their competitive fire.
Yeah, it really does. And, you gave away one right here, but you do have one out. You want to make sure you count on all these outs right here. And it starts right here, right now.
The 1-2, a little low, good eye from Storlazzi.
Come on, Ava!
Talk about some of the varsity experience from Truman. Certainly the case with Storlazzi. Bounces that one right back into the circle, handled by Adams, who forces her out at first. But Presley Foote goes from second to third. And with 2 down, there's a runner at third for Sam Robb. Yeah, we got to figure out our roster situation here. As here is Candravi. And she bats for Sam Robb. Takes ball 1 from Adams. Yeah, so Pennsbury, each year they talk about their preseason goals, an SOL title, a district title, and a deep run in the States. And they've gotten a really good start in Suburban 1 League play over the last couple of days. Again, that 4-3 win over Neshaminy yesterday. Grounded to shortstop and goes under the glove of McLaren. Scoring on the play is Presley Foote to make it 10-0.
Yeah, no, and those are the mistakes that you can't have. Like you said earlier, I believe Gus said it earlier, that this is a young team, and the best way to learn through these mistakes is just you gotta have these growing pains. You gotta have them go through these moments, and just have them gain this type of experience.
You're gonna say that's an E6. Second error today for the Tigers.
Mahoney in now.
El Mahoney getting a shot at the plate.
Saw her get a base running attempt, now getting a hit attempt.
And she bats for pitcher Lainey Freeband. Here, bottom of the third. Falcons putting more distance between themselves and the Tigers today. And a line drive snared by Lavertu.
That was a great catch.
Grabs that one for out number 3 as Mahoney lines out. And the Pennsbury Falcons are set down in the bottom of the third, but they add 2 more runs, making it 10-0, and they get those 2 runs. I think they just had 2 hits in the inning. So 10-0 the score. We're through 3 innings. High school softball on the WBCB Sports Network. And we'll return in just a moment with more coming right up.
McCaffrey's Food Markets, exceptional every day. Family owned and operated for over 40 years, McCaffrey's is part of your community and a very proud supporter of our local high schools. For true value on the freshest meats and produce to their own prepared food department, to everyday savings on your necessary items, McCaffrey's is exceptional every day. And it's in your neighborhood in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center, 635 Heacock Road, Yardley. The Villages of Newtown at 2890 South Eagle Road, and also in Bluebell, Princeton, West Windsor, and the best of McCaffrey's in Doylestown.
All right, changes for Pennsbury as we go to the top of the 4th. Now pitching for the Falcons, Anna Evanchik. She comes in from first base into the circle. I believe it's Naya Schubel playing first base now.
God told us, got a little Phillies update. 4-0 Phils.
Hey, let's go Phillies opening day. I believe now catching. Hold on a second, I gotta get these numbers right.
A lot of different numbers.
A lot of different numbers, a lot of different switching. There's a lot of.
All right, so you got Thompson at shortstop. Kandravi playing third base. Schubel at first. Evanchik in the circle. At second is Storlazzi, so she stays there. I think the outfield is the same. Morales in right. You still got Askey in center and Presley Foote in left. And is that a number 2 for the catcher?
I can't tell.
Up the bat for the Tigers is Saperstein. So first batter of the day for Evanchik. She comes in relief of Freeband. Trying to make sure we got all of the Pennsbury defensive adjustments.
I hope so. There's a lot. It was like a whole team switch.
Evanchik winds, fires. Saperstein swings through it. 1 ball, 1 strike. I hope we did, but
you never know.
I feel a little uneasy about it
I feel a little uneasy.
A lot of moving parts today for the Falcons, and they've got that luxury with this 10-0 advantage. Yesterday, we didn't see them move around anything in that Neshaminy game as it came right down to the final out before they got past the Skins 4-3. Low to Saperstein, 3 balls and a strike to her. Ground ball picked by Schubel, and they say it was just foul.
Ooh.
Nice glove work there by Schubel. Payoff pitch. Just a little bit high.
Wow, wow, wow.
Ball 4. Now up at the plate there, Jada Hempel. Hempel getting her second at-bat today, first time up. Struck out by Freeband. That hitter, yeah, got her on the foot.
Right on the foot.
So a walk and then a batter hit by a pitch. And the Tigers have 2 on, nobody out in the top of the 4th. And Caitlin Smith stepping up to the plate.
Hey, Anna, you got it, kid. You got it. Hey, here we go, Anna. Infield. Make sure of an out. Ready?
Looked like a little confusion maybe with who's up the bat and everything.
I mean, one of the things that the number that I was given for Jada Hempel was 10.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Pennsbury got that same because she's
Probably
wearing
the
number
same,
17.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're talking about if there was a sub or not.
Yeah, she's been wearing that jersey
All
throughout
good.
the game,
Yeah.
but on the lineup, maybe had a different number jotted down or something. So Anna Evanchik coming in, walks a batter, gives up another free pass by hitting a Truman Tiger, and now needs to bear down. The 1-1 popped up and drifts out of play over the Tiger dugout. The pitch tomahawked out to right field. Morales streaking in, and it drifts just a couple of inches foul.
Oh, we've had some close ones today, right on that line.
Off the bat, I thought that was going to stay fair for
Yeah.
sure. The only question was whether Morales was going to get to it
Yeah,
or
it looks
not.
like if it stayed a little fair, she might have been able to get it.
So the count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Evanchik gets her looking. Caitlin Smith doesn't like the call, but she's rung up, and there's 1 away for Gabriella Lavertu.
Yeah, in her defense, it might have been too high for her. You know what I mean? Umpire's been calling the low pitches. He has gotten a little calling the high pitches today, but to be fair, he has been calling the low ones.
Swing and a miss from Lavertu. Her first time up, she walked, but ended up getting stranded in the second inning. The 0-1, that's out to center field and will land for a base hit. They send Saperstein. She is safe, but the throw comes into third base. And out at third is Jada Hempel. So the Tigers get a run, make it 10-1. But the Falcons get the second out of the inning with some heads-up play behind the plate. After the dust settles, Lavertu at second base. She's got the first RBI of the day for Truman. And now senior Ava Kilner trying to keep things going for the Tigers. The 0-1 up a little bit. Ball in there for another strike to the Truman catcher. So I just turned back to one of the JV softball team members and asked why the game was so short. And they had a big 15-0 win over Truman.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
I think once you get to that 15 mark,
I think
then the game is shortened in 3 innings.
What is it for 10? Is it 5?
4.
4? Oh, okay.
Ball sent out to center field and will drop for another base hit. They're going to send the runner, but only halfway up the baseline goes Lavertu, and then she retreats wisely. So Lavertu at third.
Some good hitting
Kilner
right
with
now
a good shot.
Truman.
Yeah, good contact there by Kilner. Thought there might have been an opportunity for Taylor Askey. You know, yesterday she read the ball so well that she seemed to catch everything. In the Neshaminy game, that time it just kind of died on her. Maybe the other thing today, the wind.
Yeah, the wind
blowing around a little different.
Probably a big factor out there.
I feel like today, or yesterday, the wind was at our back. Today, it's a little bit more in our face.
Either way, it's cold.
Bunted foul by McLaren.
To think this will probably be one of our coldest games of the year. And then not too long, it'll start to get a little warmer, and then we'll be sweating.
Yeah, we got a lot of Pennsbury baseball, softball, Mercer County action coming your way throughout the season as the Falcons will talk it over in the circle. The Tigers have finally broken through in this fourth on the scoreboard to make it 10-1. I mentioned a young team, and they've made some young team kind of mistakes, Mackay. But you go back to, a team that gave up 8 innings in that first inning. For a young team, maybe the tendency is just to fold up and go away. And you got to credit the Tigers with continuing to fight. And, as much as anything for a young team, you're always learning.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job just trying to respond. They came back after giving up 8 in the first and gave away nothing in the second. They gave away 2 in the third. And it's about chipping away. They got their first run here in the fourth, and if you're the Tigers, you're hoping you could just get some more points on with first and third right here.
The 0-2, ground ball up the middle and through to center field. Another run for the Tigers, as that's out to Askey. So Lavertu makes it 10-2.
2-out rally here for Truman. Saw it yesterday with Neshaminy. You're seeing it today with Truman.
Now up for them is Earhart. She's got runners at first and second with 2 down. And you still look at how this pitching change is potentially going to be paying dividends for the Falcons throughout this season. You get Evanchik some great varsity experience in a game, and you feel like he got some pretty good distance with this team you're up against. The 1-1. Out to center field, enough under that one that Askey can get underneath it and make the grab for out number 3. So the Falcons set them down, but not before the Tigers plate 2 to make it a 10-2 game as we go to the bottom of the 4th. High school softball on the WBCB Sports Network, brought to you by McCaffrey's Food Markets. This is the McCaffrey's Game of the Day. And want to mention the class of 73 50th reunion coming up on May the 6th at Westaby Hall. You can learn more about the event online, Pennsbury 1973 50th reunion.org. Again, Pennsbury 1973 50th reunion.org for more info about the event. Catch up with Pennsbury friends from across the years. Fun, music, dancing. Westaby Hall, May the 6th. More details, Pennsbury 1973 50th reunion.org. McCaffrey's Game of the Day, McCaffrey's Food Markets in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center, 635 Heacock Road in Yardley, and the villages of Newtown, 2890 South Eagle Road. And big thanks to DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza, just down the street from Pennsbury High School. Owned and operated by third-generation family member Tyler DiLorenzo. And we thank them for their support of high school athletics on WBCB, and we encourage you check out their original Trenton tomato pie, other awesome gourmet pizzas. As the Falcons sending up a steady stream of pinch hitters to keep us on our toes. And up to bat now is Klump. Klump getting serenaded by the Pennsbury dugout. A called strike there. Oh, 0-2 pitch. Struck her out. The ball gets away from the catcher. And then they'll throw down to first. Klump strikes out, 1 down in the 4th. And that brings up Hannah DeFinis. I was trying to see if there was a change made behind the plate for Pennsbury. I don't think so. I think it was DeFinis there.
Yeah.
I was mixing up her 3 with a 2. Sends that one deep to center field, but ranging back is Earhart.
McCaffrey's Food Markets, exceptional every day. Family owned and operated for over 40 years, McCaffrey's is part of your community and a very proud supporter of our local high schools. For true value on the freshest meats and produce to their own prepared food department, to everyday savings on your necessary items, McCaffrey's is exceptional every day. And it's in your neighborhood in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center, 635 Heacock Road, Yardley. The Villages of Newtown at 2890 South Eagle Road, and also in Bluebell, Princeton, West Windsor, and the best of McCaffrey's in Doylestown.
Sales, service, and installation of garage doors and openers, entry doors, patio doors, storm doors and windows. Jammer Doors features rain or garage doors, steel or aluminum. They are crafted for dependable, long-lasting service. Jammer Doors and Windows. They do their own work and installation using no subcontractors, and that saves you some money. Avoid the big box stores and save with Jammer Doors. Jammer Doors and Windows, their showroom at 2850 Brunswick Pike on Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville, and in Yardley, their showroom open by appointment. Call 215-493-7709. That's 215-493-7709. Evan Schick now in her second inning of work delivers a strike to Emily Davis. Davis has reached safely both times she's been up with a walk and a base hit. The 1-1 pitch ripped out to center field. That's a base hit to start the fifth for the Truman Tigers, brings up Jess Adams.
Hard hit balls everywhere for this Truman team. Even if they haven't been able to get them for a hit, they've been just scorching these balls.
Yeah, the Tigers trying to make a run right here.
Yeah, Adams is due today. She's come up empty both times she's been at the plate. Takes outside for ball one. I'm bugging you all day. Can I see that, that roster again? .2-0 pitch from Evan Schick. In there for a strike. Ground ball to shortstop. Thompson has it. She throws to second to get one. The double play not in time, but a good job to get the lead runner. Thompson over to Storlazzi. So a 6-4 put out at second base gets Emily Davis. There's one down. Jess Adams at first on the fielder's choice. And Saperstein, who's got a strikeout and a walk so far for her day, now set to go for the Tigers. Swing and a miss there. Coach Palmer stepping over there and saying, if you're gonna swing, swing. You know, he didn't really go for that one and maybe decided too late. Second one misses, a ball and a strike to Saperstein. Lines and fires. Look like a good level, maybe a bit outside. The count runs to 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch, fouled out of play. Well, interesting, not softball related, but Pennsbury athletics related news that we saw on Twitter today. Gus, you were mentioning Ava Ciola
entering the transfer portal.
Yeah, I was talking before the game, and someone was telling me that, you know, she kind of got word that she might not be getting playing time, and the 2-2. In that tweet, she thanked her Maryland teammates, the coaches, the Maryland fans, said she was really proud and happy to be part of the run that they've had to the Elite Eight. Another foul ball out of play. And, you know, as a fan of Ava Ciola, I'll say disappointed that for somebody who was recruited so heavily that it's not working out the way she wanted it to in Maryland, while also saying, I'm really happy that the transfer portal is there for student athletes like that.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons why she might be transferring, because there's rumors of transfers coming into Maryland next year. You know, some seniors and juniors that want to transfer to, like, you know, a prestigious program like Maryland, and that hurts some younger classmen, the underclassmen, the freshmen, the sophomores like Ava.
That time up high to Saperstein on the full count pitch, and she walks. And now up to bat for the Tigers is Jada Hempel. But we'll be watching to see where Ava Ciola lands and hoping that it works out for the best. And she's able to show off her talents. Ground ball, diving stop there by Thompson, but then her throw a little bit too high for Kondravi, and everybody is safe for Truman. Ooh, it looked like they were going to get the Tigers there on a sharply hit ground ball by Hempel, but it's safe all around.
Yeah, look.
And I think on that one, I'm giving an infield base hit.
Yeah, that would have been a hard play, even if she was able to complete the throw. It would have been so close.
You had a potential double play on that ball as well. Maybe the how hard the ball was hit might have played a factor into it.
So bases loaded now for Truman, and up to bat for them is Caitlin Smith, looking to rally in the 5th. Pennsbury up 8, but the Tigers now threatening. Called strike, and that looked a little bit low to Caitlin Smith. She got rung up last time she was at the plate. She didn't like the call on that one. This one fouled off over towards the bleachers on the first base side.
Over there.
Another NCAA tournament connection. This one a little bit more distant, but I'm excited to see how Isaiah Wong is able to play in the Final Four. Swing and a miss at the plate and a strikeout. Caitlin Smith is out number 2. Right? They got 1 out up there on the scoreboard. I think there's 2 down.
There's 2 outs. Yeah, there's 2 outs.
Yeah, should be 2.
Well, we called some games with Isaiah Wong, who played for the Notre Dame Irish, I think maybe just in his freshman year. I think he might have transferred out in his sophomore season, but was a freshman phenom for Notre Dame and was on the WBCB Sports Network a bunch of times. And now he is part of the Miami Hurricanes and one of their leading scorers.
Yeah.
He's averaging like 16, 17 points per game and has been playing really well in the tournament. And what a weird tournament. with
such a weird tournament.
I think they're playing San Diego State in the Final Four.
I saw a thing. It was the first time ever, I think, that there was no number 1 seeds in the Elite 8 or whatever.
And I believe that the combined number of the Final Four, like the seeds of the Final Four, is like the second highest.
Yeah.
So a lot of upsets, but that has allowed Isaiah Wong to continue to play for the Miami Hurricanes, and it's fun to see those student athletes that we get to talk about here on WBCB move on to the next level and do big things.
Getting closer to reaching their dreams. That's always happy to see.
Oh, I mean, speaking of which, let's give credit to Sam Ruda, who's been playing so well for Army. Looking at the high school baseball side, another swing and a miss and another strikeout. So Evanchik ran into a little bit of trouble, loads the bases up, but then gets 2 key strikeouts to get out of the 5th inning. And the Falcons keep them scoreless in the inning to keep the score 10-2. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Let you know today's game brought to you in part, of course, by McCaffrey's Food Markets. McCaffrey's outstanding every day. And thanks to BAI Security. And they do a lot more than just security. They do medical alerts, the kind that you see advertised on TV, but now you can get them from BAI Security, and they're monitored locally 24/7. 24/7 monitoring by BAI. And they also offer fire extinguishers with maintenance, inspection, and for complete security, including wireless systems, remote systems, fire alarm systems, carbon monoxide warning systems, and now medical alert systems. Call BAI Security in Lower Bucks at 215-493-1414. That's 215-493-1414, or visit BAInow.com. That's BAInow.com. Just to finish that thought, was thinking about Sam Ruda and seeing how well he's doing at Army. That's awesome. And J-Mass, I saw he just recorded his 100th hit at the college level. So, I mean, that's a cool milestone to reach. He did it as a high school player for Pennsbury, reaching that century mark, and now has done it at the NCAA level.
Oh, yeah, J-Mass, he was a great player. I remember he played with my brother in middle school. I talked to him a little bit when I was senior. He was a freshman. Just an all-around baller he is.
The 0-1 in there to Presley Foote, and I believe he was a freshman on that state championship team. Sophomore?
Yeah.
Presley Foote now at the plate, working against Jess Adams as we're in the bottom of the 5th this afternoon. Ground ball foul by Foote. Pennsbury had the 10-0 advantage going into the 4th, and it looked like they had the opportunity maybe to shorten this game. Still, with a couple of runs here, they could do that. But Truman continuing to fight today, and those 2 runs that they plated in the top of the 4th, keeping this thing going. Full count to Foote. I think in the dugout they're chanting, "Do the foot."
Feel the foot, do the foot, one of them.
Ball 4 to Presley. So she heads down to first base.
Be the foot.
And the Falcons flip the lineup. Here is their shortstop now, Thompson. And that's the Falcons getting back, getting that leadoff batter aboard was how they put the pressure on in the first bunch of innings to this Tigers team. Swing and a miss by Thompson.
Yeah, it looked like she wanted to hold back on that swing. Wasn't really fully committed. And that's probably what she's talking about with her coach right there.
Yeah, she flashes a smile down to Coach McSherry. And back in the batter's box. That one up in the zone. Adams gets the call. So she jumps out in front of Thompson. A ball and 2 strikes. The righty winds and fires and gets her swinging. So 1 away. And Ava Storlazzi stepping up to the plate. Foul tips that one as she slaps at it. Presley Foote was right. She was all the way over to third base by the time they
Called it a dead ball
have to
officially.
get her back to first. The 0-1, I guess that's helps when you're off trying to steal the base, and Foote steals second. Yeah, I think she was off and running that other play, and that's why she was able to leg it all the way to third base. The 1-1 low and away. Storlazzi 1 for 3. Rips that one over towards Coach McSherry. Good contact there, just got to straighten that one out. A little late on the swing. But mentioned that righty Jess Adams, a power pitcher, and still bringing the heat. That one, though, upstairs. Foote steals third. Presley Foote working her way around the diamond. Stole second, now steals third.
Putting that pressure on the Tigers.
The 3-2 is up high. That's ball 4. I don't think Storlazzi recognized right away that she walked. She throws off the gear, heads down to first, and it's runners at the corners for Pennsbury as assistant coach Ricky Palmer out to talk with Adams. Well, for a day that was kind of chilly, I mean, maybe the temperatures got up into the low 50s, but I know the forecast said we might reach a high of 49 degrees today.
Yeah.
Well, at least we got a little bit of sunshine. And the other thing that's a killer is the wind.
I was going to say, the wind doesn't help.
Yeah, the wind's been
hasn't been too bad today. But every once in a while, it'll pick up.
Yeah, a little bit.
What's the Phillies update?
Let me see. 5-0 Phillies.
Nice. Phillies getting it done on opening day for Major League Baseball. We're out here with some high school softball for you. That ball away from the catcher. Foote will score to make it 11-2 on the wild pitch. And moving up to third base is Storlazzi. So Storlazzi must have been on the move already. She goes from first to third on the wild pitch. Foote scores her second run of the day. And at the plate here is Kondravi, pinch hitting for Sam Robb. All right, they haven't put that 11th run up there on the scoreboard
yeah, it's
yet.
11. It's 11-2.
Ground ball, but it went off of the batter and foul.
Ground ball, dead ball. Still haven't updated that scoreboard.
Ground ball, and off is Storlazzi. She crosses the plate. It's a base hit for Kondravi, and that'll end the game 12-2, the final score, as the Falcons put the Truman Tigers in the mercy rule and win this one in 5 innings. Well, we got to figure out who our DiLorenzo's player of the game is. Maybe we'll try to crunch the numbers. You know, Evanchik is a good candidate as well, who came in relief. And certainly Lainey Freeband, how she pitched yesterday and her work in the circle today in the early innings would
It's a tough call today. It's a tough call.
So I don't know. I think we're going with the pitchers.
Sounds good.
Maybe we'll get let's see, an Anna Evanchik too. She had an RBI in the first, and she went 2 for 3 at the plate. Came in relief. I think it's going to be Anna Evanchik, who's our player of the game today for the Pennsbury Falcons. So we'll try to get her, grab her, and talk with her just a moment. Give her a DiLorenzo's gift certificate. And we'll do that when we return in just a little bit. The Falcons win it 12-2, and we'll be right back.
Are you living with relentless pain? St. Mary has a new way to help. Knee and hip replacements with a smarter process for faster recovery, earning prestigious awards for quality and value. A rapid recovery program has you walking just hours after surgery, and breakthrough advances such as custom-fit joints position you for a longer pain-free life. 215-710-5888. St. Mary Orthopedics. It's your health. Expect more.
Former Philly Tommy Green, and here's the pitch. It's time to fill up your pool. BCWSA offers easy and cost-effective bulk water delivery throughout Bucks County for $180. They will deliver 5,500 gallons of clean water right to your pool. It's a faster way to fill your pool, and you won't have the increased sewer bill by filling it yourself. And if you're on well water, you won't need to worry about the well drying up. Call BCWSA today at 800-222-2068, extension 113, and schedule water delivery, or visit bcwsa.net.
McCaffrey's Food Markets, exceptional every day. Family owned and operated for over 40 years, McCaffrey's is part of your community and a very proud supporter of our local high schools. For true value on the freshest meats and produce to their own prepared food department, to everyday savings on your necessary items, McCaffrey's is exceptional every day. And it's in your neighborhood in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center, 635 Heacock Road, Yardley. The Villages of Newtown at 2890 South Eagle Road, and also in Bluebell, Princeton, West Windsor, and the best of McCaffrey's in Doylestown. Don't let joint pain bring you down. See how you can get relief at a free joint pain seminar at St. Mary Orthopedics. Joint care experts will inform and answer questions about diagnosing, managing, and treating joint problems, and knowing when it's time for a joint replacement. Ready to get back to life? Get to the next free joint 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Our player of the game today is Anna Evanchik. Thanks for joining us, Anna, and congratulations on today's win.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, you did a nice job at the plate, especially in that first at-bat. Can you take us through your approach at the plate and what you saw from the Truman pitcher?
Yeah, my approach at the plate was right away, look for the first pitch strike. Always want to go for that first pitch. It might be the best one you're going to get all at bat. And then once you go down 2 strikes, just keep on battling.
Man, it really seemed like a lot of teamwork that went into that bottom of the first rally. That's kind of what you guys are hoping to do this season, right? I mean, that's the recipe for success.
Yeah, we really focus on right away working together, getting that first pitch, trying to just put the ball in play, make things happen.
All right, so then later in the game, you were called into the circle. What was that moment like, and do you feel a certain amount of pressure when you're called on to change the role that you started the game with?
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of pressure, but the best thing is to just try to just do your best out there and just do the best for your team.
Now, your team's having some fun behind you right now, messing around. And can you talk a little bit about the friendships and how this team is close, and that's helping you guys out? I mean, they're really...
Yeah, I think we have a great team dynamic out there from top to bottom. We're all of our teams were really close, and we really cheer each other on, want the best for everyone.
A great start for you guys to this season. How do you keep it going? What does this mean as far as like setting a tone for this year?
It's a great start to the season. Just each game, forget what happened in the game. Just for every game, moving on. Clean slate, want to win every game. Best every game.
Well, congratulations on today's efforts. Anna Evanchik, our player of the game. And you got a gift certificate to Di Lorenzo's Pizza, the Berg Pizza. Enjoy that, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
All right, the Falcons win it 12-2. And we'll step aside one more time and return to Pennsbury High School in just a moment.
Former Philly Tommy Green, and here's the pitch. It's time to fill up your pool. BCWSA offers easy and cost-effective bulk water delivery throughout Bucks County for $180. They will deliver 5,500 gallons of clean water right to your pool. It's a faster way to fill your pool, and you won't have the increased sewer bill by filling it yourself. And if you're on well water, you won't need to worry about the well drying up. Call BCWSA today at 800-222-2068, extension 113, and schedule water delivery, or visit bcwsa.net.
Again, Anna Evanchik, our player of the game, went 2 for 3 at the plate with an RBI and a run scored. And in the circle, helping to close it out for Pennsbury today, pitching the last couple of innings in relief of Laney Freeband. Well, thanks to the crew here, Gus Barber doing our video engineering, and Makai Gundy behind the camera for us. Both guys helping to break down the action. And thanks to all of our sponsors helping to make today's game possible. St. Mary Medical Center, McCaffrey's Food Markets. This has been the McCaffrey's Game of the Day. Thanks to Bucks County Water and Sewer Authority, BCWSA, Di Lorenzo's Pizza on New Falls Road, just down the street from Pennsbury. And Anna Evanchik going to enjoy a gift card to Di Lorenzo's, thanks to Tyler and the whole crew over there, thanks to BAI Security and to Jammer Doors. And thanks to you for being with us today. So a great start for Pennsbury, back-to-back wins, a 4-3 victory yesterday over the Skins of Neshaminy, and a 12-2 victory in 5 innings over the Truman Tigers today. And that's our final score here from Pennsbury High School. Thanks so much for being with us on WBCB, and we've got more